basically what Quids does is it turns passive spaces into productive advertising. So a great example of that, if I show you really quickly, is cars. Right now you can register your car on Quids. And what we do is we'll find an advertiser who wants to make use of that space and turn it into productive advertising. This is an example of something we've done. But what I wanted to show you today was our dashboard. Basically, one of the issues with outdoor is what are you buying, right? So when you book a campaign on 500 black taxis or you buy 500 billboards, what are you actually buying other than just posters on like a taxi or a billboard? What you're buying is an audience. And that's one of the first things we had to get over with car advertising, especially new spaces that haven't been used for advertising before. So what we've done is, if I take, right, so you can toggle number of cars. So you want to reach 10 million people in London. That's what you do. You need, I can't read it, 68 cars, 6 months. You're going to reach almost 8% of London. You're going to reach them 2.17 times. We're actually very open with the formula that comes with this, and we share this with agencies and planners and buyers. But in principle, what we're doing is taking standard outdoor media formula, and what we're doing is taking Department for Transport data, taking pedestrian flow, population density, all that stuff to arrive at these figures. And this might sound crazy, but this level of sort of transparency and information, it's not a huge amount of information there. It's quite easy to digest. But actually, if you book an outdoor campaign, I don't know if any of you guys have done this before, actually the normal process is you'll be like, okay, I want to buy some billboards. You'll approach the company, you'll do phone calls, you'll do meetings. They might share some information with you. They might give you an Excel sheet with 10,000 sites on it, each one different. How do you quantify that? And you do it really quickly. And that's a real challenge for outdoor. So that's one of the issues we're trying to fix. Something else that's also a real challenge for outdoor, and in the sort of the spirit of transparency and making this it's easy to use for a direct client, someone who might never have bought outdoor before, a small business, right the way through to an agency, so a planner or buyer who buys tons of different formats all the time, and the last thing they want to be thinking about is another format that's just come onto the market, is pricing. So you can literally get a quote in seconds. Are you happy? Yes, no, whatever. Which again is quite different from industry norm. Something else within outdoor that is, again, something that's not readily available information is inventory. So where are posting sites, hopefully? Yeah, basically you can see we're in 150 towns and cities, sort of beside the point. But basically, where is the inventory located? So typically when you buy billboards, we're like, well, we've got, you want to reach 10 million people in London, we'll put you on these billboards. You want to even know what you're buying. All you know is that you're basing that off the recommendation of the media owner and potentially the agency. So granularity on exactly what you're buying is also something that's really key to outdoor. So one of the issues with outdoor is you might have booked 500 billboards. You don't even know if those billboards have even gone up in the first place. And that is actually something that's happened in the past with outdoor. People sort of who book outdoor are sort of familiar with this. Proof of posting is a really big problem. And fitting these cars with GPS gets over that. Okay, I'm just going to show you. You can basically see where the cars are going exactly. You can see what roads they're on, and we can map that over with the same traffic flow, pedestrian flow, population density, all that stuff, and get really clear estimates for what audience is seeing that campaign. Not to mention the proof of posting that goes with it. So you've booked this campaign, you want to know, you want to try and map that across, what was your uplift in sales, what was the number of downloads, whatever it is. You can start to get a lot more granular on measuring that ROI, what you spent your money on exactly, and then obviously on your end, what you're getting out of it. It's loaded finally now here. You can sort of see the quadrant around there, but it's how many cars have been driving in the east of Nottingham? Could we be pricing on that basis? Where the audiences are and what you're trying to target? It's something we haven't done yet, but something we want to explore.
Hi, sorry, I'm not trying to be negative, but I can imagine a horrible future where every car is a billboard and everyone is trying to sell something to someone, and be like, no, buy me, use my car, I want to advertise on my car. So, what's your sustainability in a way, for this business model? Where
I guess, if it got to that point, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for us. Everyone is, but Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's that's something that's been raised before, and I think I doubt it would ever get to the point where it's everywhere, and perhaps we might actually be able to find a more efficient allocation of sites than currently. Right now, you're obviously relying on the media owner to put up those sites in the first place. Maybe we can find a slightly more efficient allocation with people listing their own sites. I don't know.
I'm just interested in the privacy aspect of this. If I can put a billboard on the side of my car and it's GPS tracked, is there any way for someone using a report at the end of it to track my movement and be able to know where I was when I was there? What are you doing about the kind of privacy aspects?
Yeah, so I guess on the privacy side, it's been absolutely raised before, and it is an issue. I mean, when you use Facebook, right, you're for free giving away a lot of personal information, and that is like appropriately handled by Facebook, but you're giving it away for free. And every time somebody runs a campaign with us, we're paying those drivers, and they sign up like fully aware of what privacy their car will be tracked. They actually have the option to not have it tracked if they don't want. But they're being paid for sharing that data, essentially, which we think is sort of a more sustainable, perhaps more responsible way of using someone's data rather than sort of, selling it off to advertisers like Facebook does. But we, of course, share the risks and make sure we're very responsible in how we handle that data. So,
thank you very much, Ed. Big round of applause there.
Thank you.